one person watching. I don't know who. Oh. See if anybody actually shows up for a little bit first. There. See if this. Oh, never mind. Guess my orientation's locked. Texas State Aquarium, though. Always looks so pretty at night. I don't know if anybody's going to end up watching this. We'll see what happens. I put it out on all the social medias and everything else. So. Well, speak of the devil. Looks like it's about showtime for Governor Abbott. There he goes. Guess it's almost speech time. So the AP already called it. They say Abbott won. He ended up getting like 65% of the vote. Is what they were called. They called it at like 8:01, so it was really, really, really early in the night when they did that. A little surprising. Not really, I guess. I think Don Huffines and Alan West both got might be really loud. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. They'll quiet it down here in a minute. But they got 10% of the vote. Thank you, honey. Hopefully somebody else will watch this later. They both got 10% of the vote. And then I think Chad ended up getting 2.5. So, looks like that's it. It was a big push. I mean, it's the first challenge he's had in ever, as far as I know. So it's kind of one of those things that it's a good thing that at least it pushed him kind of more conservative on a lot of topics. That's something that even Huffines put out in his statement. So, I mean, we've definitely, it's a shot across the bow, if nothing else. It was one of those things that he's at least aware now that people aren't happy with what he's done over the last few years. So it definitely it pushed him more conservative, that's for sure, which is a good thing. What more could we possibly ask for? But, well, I mean, there's a lot of other things we could have asked for. But it's one of those situations where, he's got a war chest. I mean, the size of the gross domestic product, the GDP of some small countries. So it's one of those things that wasn't really surprising. He's the one that had all the campaign ads. He's the one that had everything else. So he also had the entire Republican machine behind him, even locally. A lot of the grassroots weren't on his side, but locally the primary machine was his. So that's just kind of the way it ends up working on all of this. So I don't know. Guess we'll see what happens. See what he says in his speech. But he's already rolling out on his way over to the stage. Yes, that was an unintentional joke. So we'll see what happens. It's been a really long day. I worked the elections today. I had to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I normally don't ever get up that early. It's like 10 o'clock. I don't have to be at work till 10 o'clock most days. So the fact that I had to get up at 4 o'clock this morning was absolutely insane. So I'm running on about 4 hours of sleep. I'm on my second beer because it's been a long day. And I'll eat some food before I go home, so it won't be a big deal. There's lots of food up here. Maybe I'll see if I can find it looks like they're rolling the food away. So yeah, that means Abbott should be speaking here shortly. Probably try to push in over there and find a good spot so we can see him. Worst comes to worst, I can go high. I'm just afraid of how noisy it's going to be over there. And nobody's going to be able to hear me. So, we'll see what happens. Grab me some food before they roll away with everything. What do we got over here? I grab a few of these before you pack it all up. Looks like a lot of it's going to end up in the trash. Is that what? Oh, okay. Good. Egg rolls. Southwestern egg rolls. Sorry, honey, I'm eating. It looks like so far, I'll have to check the results again. One of our local guys that was running for school board for District 2. If you go to Houston to something, their website, it'll show up all the primary results and you can see how everybody's doing. It looks like he's probably going to win. He 50% or 58% earlier, but the problem is there's only like 8% of the districts that have been reporting in. So we still got a while on that one, but so far he's looking pretty good. Oh, yep, there he is. We saw him wheel out, so we definitely know he's on his way. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Wait and see what he says. That's debatable, but anyway. At least there's some nice music going on. So, here, check it out. You can see the stage. You're good, Bubba. Watch that while I eat. I know, honey. I know. I'm sure it won't go on for too long. He doesn't normally speak for too long, so we'll see what happens. But we'll grab some more paper towels and roll up these egg rolls in my pocket. That way you can try them. I like Southwestern ones. Looks like wheels should be rolling out anytime soon. Everybody's heading over there. Should be able to get us a good little spot. Everybody's going to be down in the center to be able to see him. So we can stay up a little higher and stay back. And that'll make it easier. I might grab me one more beer before this starts, because after all the work we did, after all the debates, we live streamed, you know, putting a sign in your front yard, putting bumper stickers on your car, wearing t-shirts everywhere, going to these events, paying money to see you guys, and I was hoping we'd have at least a little bit better showing, honestly, in the primaries. Like, it was one of those situations where like 10%, I figured it'd be more of a run. I figured the way the polls were looking, Allen West had at least a 30-40%. Would have at least gotten like 30-40% of the votes. Enough to scare him. It's enough to scare Abbott. You know, make him really reconsider what he was doing. But it doesn't look like that happened. So I guess we'll be stuck with him for another 4 years. Hey, there's term limits in Texas, right? Should be the last time he gets to run? Can't remember. I hope so. But yeah, I think there's term limits in Texas. At least on the governorship. What's up, brother?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Long day. Thank you. Yeah, I had to be out at Agua Dulce this morning. I was up at 4 a.m.
Security for the governor got in the car?
I don't know. I just know I know he already wheeled over there. They're waiting to bring him on stage right now.
Let me go see the show.
There you go. All right, one more. Recycle? Okay, thanks, man. One more before the old man speaks. So, yes, please. Lime.
No, he wasn't.
Hey, look, a thin one. Now we're talking.
Got the second.
There you go.
Would you like your receipt?
No. How late's this thing supposed to run? Like 10:30 or something?
Close at 10.
Oh, okay.
I'll be out here at 10.
Oh, okay, cool. So he should be talking in the next few minutes.
Oh, yes, sir.
We'll head
At
out.
10 o'clock, he'll talk.
All right, good. I was up at 4. Yeah, I worked the election today. I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a rough day. Appreciate it, man. All right, let's see if we can go find a little spot so you can see him. They said this thing's supposed to be over at 10, so he'd probably start talking about 9:45, which should be here in a few minutes. And we'll see what he has to say, and then we'll head to hell home, because it's been one of them nights. It's been one of those days. That sounds about right. Looks like he's getting ready to start. Here we go. He should be rolling out any minute. Oh, I see what they're doing. So here, check this out. So they've got him a ramp over here. And he's going to come up from over here and then go all the way up there. And it looks like they've got some kind of award or something they're giving out. Don't think I'll be getting it. There he is. I don't think I can see him.
Yeah.
Yep, there he is, waiting for him to come up. So yeah, that's definitely where he's going up at then.
Abbot, 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 Abbot. There you go, Abbot.
At least everybody's excited. No doubt about that.
It was very
Lots of people out here. So. Hey, there's Todd! Woo! Our libertarian representative who totally likes cannabis. I love that
That's
guy.
not loud enough. Let the governor hear you. Governor Abbott! Come on. I want the USS Lexington and the aquarium shaking. There we go. Ain't this great? I want everybody to remember what I said. The governor of Texas chose Corpus Christi to be here on election night. The governor. And he has his beautiful, beautiful wife, the First Lady, and their beautiful daughter, which we'll be seeing here in a minute. But I want you all to know what a great night and great for the Coastal Bend. It really is. You know, we'll have to make Governor Abbott even more coastal after tonight. How about that? He's been a long time friend. I've known him for many, many years, and especially when he was a judge. But we've had one of the best qualified governors that I have ever known, and I've been there a long time. How about that? But I want you all to remember one thing. When the hurricane hit, who was here? Governor Abbott. And he wasn't here just one time. He was here continually. So you're looking at a governor that not only talks, but does the walk. So again, one more time, I want the governor rocking that will touch all of you. Is a great, great person. And this time, and I want you to really let her hear you, the great daughter of the governor of state of Texas, Audrey Abbott. Come on up. Let's hear it.
Thank y'all so much. It's great to be back in South Texas on a special night like this. It's truly an honor to introduce my dad, Governor Greg Abbott. One thing y'all know about my dad is that he's a fighter. He didn't let a broken back slow him down. Through perseverance and determination, he overcame the accident that left him in a wheelchair and rose to be the governor of this great state. He used that same spirit to fight for Texas. He has led the state through some trying times and has elevated Texas to new heights. I know that my dad will continue to be a great leader for Texas, and I know that he will never stop fighting for you and your family. But Greg Abbott isn't just our governor. He's my dad. We still enjoy huddling on the couch together and watching movies. And the best deer hunting I've ever experienced was with my dad not too far from here. I'm so proud of my dad and the job that he's done for Texas. No one believes more in the future success of Texas than he does. He works hard every day to ensure that Texas remains the best state in the country. But he could not have done any of this without the people here tonight and all the volunteers and supporters across the state who worked so hard for this campaign. Together, we will remind everyone that Texas is Abbott country. Now, please help me welcome a man I am proud to call my dad, the governor of the great state of Texas, Greg Abbott.
There he comes.
There you go.
All right.
Howdy, Corpus Christi. Man, it's great to be back here.
Good to have you back.
Listen, I want to thank my incredible daughter Audrey for coming out here and introducing me. Give it up for Audrey. And of course, I'm joined tonight by my fabulous wife Cecilia Abbott, the fabulous First Lady of the great state of Texas. So tonight, Republicans sent a message. They want to keep Texas the land of opportunity and prosperity for absolutely everybody, the prosperity that we have delivered over the past 8 years. We are going to deliver a Texas for working families who can flourish under the opportunities provided by the 9th largest economy in the entire world. Where students can graduate from high school prepared and inspired to go on to college or to a high-paying career right here in Oasis County, Texas. A Texas where we support our law enforcement officers. A Texas where we protect your constitutional rights and make sure that your liberties are secured. And Texas, where everybody has the opportunity to chart their own vision of their own promise. Speaking of prosperity, that's what this trophy stands for. This trophy is a governor's cup. The governor's cup goes to the state that ranks #1 in the United States for economic development. This governor's cup was awarded to me today at the governor's mansion because this past year, Texas was. It is amazing to have won this one time, but the great thing about it, you see all of these?
Yeah.
We have won them every year that I have been governor of the great state of Texas. Importantly, these cups, they don't belong to me. These trophies belong to the people of Texas. They belong to the small business owners, the large business owners, and all of their employees who work for them, is all of them together that have made Texas the best state in America to do business. Together, all of us, we've created an economic juggernaut where Texas ranks #1 not only as the best state for doing business. Texas ranks #1 as the best state for economic development, and I'm proud to tell you, Texas is the #1 state in America to start a small business. Altogether, Texas now has the 9th largest economy in the entire world, but the best part about it is that more Texans have jobs today than ever before in the history of our great state. And I am running for re-election to ensure that future generations will get the education they need to be able to achieve their own brand of prosperity. You know, education is such an important part of that pathway. I got to tell you that no governor has provided more resources for our public schools than what I have provided, including a teacher pay raise of more than $1 billion this past year. But listen, at the end of the day, we need to realize that there is no government program that can replace the role that parents play in the education and healthcare of their own children. So I'm running for re-election to bolster a parental bill of rights that will restore parents as the primary decision maker for their child's education. I'm also running for re-election to create a compact with our seniors. A compact that will cut their property taxes as well as protect them from criminals who seek to prey upon them. This safety and security for them is so incredibly important. Public safety is important. It's a top priority, but one of the greatest threats to public safety in Texas is the open borders that the Biden administration has allowed to happen in our country and in this state. And so we are not going to let Biden employ those open borders, and that's why Texas has stepped up and done more than any state has ever done in the history of our country to step up and secure our border. As we gather tonight in beautiful Corpus Christi, we have deployed 10,000 National Guard and Texas Department of Public Safety officers. Give it up for our National Guard. They are arresting hardened criminals who are coming into Texas, and they have seized enough fentanyl to kill every man, woman, and child in Texas, California, New York, Illinois, and Florida combined. We're having to do that because of Biden's open border policies. Also because of Biden's open border policies, Texas is now building our own border wall. We're building a safer, smarter, freer, and more prosperous state for everybody. But we must fight to keep it that way. Because our opponents, they want a completely different Texas. Where we have cut taxes, they seek to raise them. Where we have created jobs, they would destroy them. Where we have protected your constitutional rights, they threaten to take them away. Where we have promoted exceptionalism, they stoke fear-mongering. We will not let them win this state. My opponent has embraced the Green New Deal policies that would destroy the high-paying energy jobs that we have here in Texas and that made America energy independent. I am running for re-election to protect those high-paying energy jobs that made America the strongest energy country in the world.
Why you got more money into green energy than any government's.
My opponent sympathized with the defund the police movement. I am running for re-election to ensure that none of our police officers will ever be defunded, so we will support our law enforcement officers. And my opponent has supported the open border policies that have led to chaos and record-setting border crossings. I am running for re-election to secure our border. And mark my words, freedom itself is on the ballot. My opponent threatened to confiscate your guns. And he even threatened to eliminate the tax-exempt status of churches that refuse to bow down to his woke left agenda. I signed a law to prevent any government official at any level from ever closing down our churches, denying you the right to worship God Almighty.
I mean, after you closed them down?
And as long as I'm governor, your right to keep and bear arms will never be infringed. Texans face a very profound question this election. Do we take a left turn that leads to more government and less freedom? Say how you really feel. A path that would destroy jobs, open our borders, and endanger our communities. Or do we maintain the course that has secured greater freedom, more jobs, and safer communities? I'm running for re-election to keep Texas on the right course, to keep Texas exceptional. But to win, I need your help. To join our movement, go to gregabbott.com. Join our team, be a part of the process where we are going to work together and we are going to keep Texas the best state in the greatest nation in the history of the world. God bless you all. God bless the great state of Texas.
A bunch of people will watch it later. They always do.
Dad,
Have a good night, Barbie. Smells like fireworks. Yes, ma'am. Oh. Darling, is there a bathroom I can use before I leave? No? Cool, this is your parking lot. Oh, you're good, brother. As soon as we get away from the noise, I'll start talking again. They won't let you. So it's probably a miracle I didn't throw up in my mouth. Not even gonna lie. Get a little farther outside. There's no vaping on the grounds, but everybody smokes. Hold on, check this out. You think it was for me? It's all the fireworks. You too. Oh. Just the fireworks screwed me up. So yeah, so AP called it at like 8:01, 8:02. I think they said 60% of the vote was in at that point. Like I said, Don Huffines ended up with 10. Alan West ended up with 10. Chad, I think, ended up with like 2.5. The Rick Perry idiot that they put on the ballot that everybody thought was the old governor ended up getting like 2.5% or some stupid ass shit like that. So, I don't know. Long day. Been at the polls since 4 o'clock this morning. Wow, been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. Been at the polls since 6. So, I don't know. The fireworks were cool. The food wasn't bad. The beer's always cold over here. But, yeah, I don't know. It literally was a miracle. I didn't throw up my mouth while he was talking. Like, all the half-truths are just what irritate me, I think, the most. Because he tries to talk about, like, he's done all this stuff. Like, he wasn't the guy that shut us down last summer, that my friends didn't lose their businesses over, that my friends' bars never got to open, that he did all of that, and he wants to act like he's this great economic godsend to Texas, when all he's done is move Facebook in, and we literally give like $135 million to Facebook every year. Like, not even in tax breaks, we just give them the money every year. And they're building now one of like the largest little spots over there up in Austin to do anything. And it's all because of him. And he's so proud of all the economic development he's brought into the state when 90% of it's been California companies with all of their California employees and all the ideas and thoughts that come with that. I don't know. Like I said, it was really hard not to throw up when he was giving that speech. You know, he tries to act like he's protecting gun rights in Texas when he gave us a permitless carry and not a constitutional carry. And sorry, my voice is starting to go. I've been talking all day, being at the polls. So this ain't going to be the best speaking engagement you've ever heard from me. Hi, Mike. Mike's looking for... He's one of our old... You can't really see him over there now. He was one of our, he was one of the local GOP guys, like the head guy for a long time. Did a lot of big stuff, knows a lot of people, smart guy too. So it was kind of entertaining to see him. Looks like he's cutting out early. I don't even know if he went down for Abbott's speech or not, but I don't know. Like I said, Abbott just irritates me. He pretends to be a conservative, but he was the same guy that shut us all down, kept the bars closed forever, kept the mask mandates in place. I think you're even still required to wear them on buses. This is Texas. You know, Florida makes us look like a bitch. You know, DeSantis makes Abbott look like a bitch. And it's really sad. I moved to this state because Texas was supposed to be Texas, you know. We don't listen to anybody. We do our own thing. We go our own way. And unfortunately, all the rhinos and everything else in the state keep the power hungry going and keep allowing them to basically run all of Austin like a mob. You know, they basically just pretend it's their own little fiefdom, and things only happen if Abbott says they're allowed to happen. And honestly, it disappoints me. The state disappoints me tonight because this is insane. There's no reason it should have been that low. The turnout should have been so much better. He should have gotten a real shot across the bow. Now, given this was his very first time ever being primaried, from my understanding, and so I guess that's kind of a thing. I guess that's kind of one of those things where at least that's something. You know, the night, the day, all the hard work wasn't a complete and total loss. And check out the aquarium. All its glory. See? Awesome, pretty lit up. And then the port. I got the bridge going. Everything's going nicely with all of that. I don't know, guys. I mean, Abbott gives a good speech, but I think that's all he's really ever good for is a good speech. I mean, he literally talked about the border. I think that part pissed me off the most because he's talking about, oh, we've got our National Guard down there arresting violent criminals. Well, yeah, that's great. You're arresting violent criminals. What about the other tens of thousands that are coming across the border every day? You know, what about the fact that you claim you've built all this border wall when actually it's on private land and it's like 100 yards away from the actual border? So you're building a fence that all they do is funnel them in a different direction. Like, this guy's a fucking joke. He really is. He's full of shit. He says a bunch of pretty words, and all of these people just fall for it. And they did it again, and they proved it tonight. That they don't know how to think outside the box. They don't know how to think about outside of, oh, GOP, got to keep them in office. Nah, if they're shit, they deserve to go. It's just the way it is. So, unfortunately, things didn't go exactly the way we wanted tonight. I was hoping for a bigger turnout. I was hoping for Abbott to actually get shook. I don't think that happened. He's an arrogant little prick. And he rolled on the stage really nice. Yeah, I made that joke again. So, I don't know, guys. I'm going to go home. I got a beautiful wife waiting for me at the house. I'm tired. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. Only got about 4 hours of sleep last night. I'm running on Red Bull and rage, possibly. So, and irritation. Definitely irritation. But for the 22-25% of you, I'll have to look at the final numbers before it's all over tonight. The 22 to the 25% of you that came out and either voted for Don Huffines or Alan West or Chad Prather, I want to thank all of you for that. Because even though we didn't get the result we wanted tonight, at least he was put on notice. You know, the Huffines campaign wants to claim all the time that they pushed him farther and farther conservative, and maybe they did. There was definitely some stuff that they put out in the newspapers that he reacted to almost immediately because he knew he was getting called out for it. He knew it was going to hurt him in this election. And apparently he did just enough to fool all these idiots into thinking that he's actually a conservative, liberty-minded person. He's not. Dude's a mobster in a wheelchair. I'm not going to apologize for that. So I hope to God this is his last election. I hope the term limits are coming in on this one. I think Perry only got to run for 3, so I'm thinking he's only going to get to run for 3 too. He sure as hell doesn't have any chance at a freaking shot at the presidential election. I hope he doesn't still think that, because homeboy ain't getting anywhere. The sympathy vote ain't going to work, not in this atmosphere. Things have changed too much. You got to be a strong, outspoken conservative who's willing to put the hammer down when people ask you to. And that's just not Abbott. Never has been. It's not going to be. So, I think that's all I got for tonight, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Send this out to your friends if any one of you know the garbage that Abbott's put out tonight and the fact that at least 25% of the vote didn't go for him. It went for somebody who was actually a real conservative, somebody who was actually going to get things done. And I think that's something good to see, at least if nothing else. So, as always, this is Jesse with The Common Man, Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. Thanks for watching, guys.